hashtag Speak Your Mind, which is also sponsored by absolutely no one.
Yeah.
So, Alan, why don't you share with us the question you have for us today?
Okay, so Angie, I've been cooking up this question for a while now, and yeah, like I almost revealed it to Bleska, but I think that it's on the similar topic from other questions. It kind of kicks back to our previous episode, even with our other episode with a couple with our good friend Cassandra, when we just try to get it a little bit more real, and we'll see what you can where you take this question. But Angie, so the question that's on the table for you
Time out.
is,
I have nothing to do with this question. I just want
I'm
to let
so
it
nervous.
be. Me too.
all right, well, I guess I have to run it back. So Angie's. Well, I feel like I'm a judge on like Hell's Kitchen. So like, yeah, your question is, what is something that you're struggling with right now, and how are you going through it?
Oh man, that's a great question.
Be honest. That's all we ask. Home cooking, honesty. Speak your mind.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think right now for me, and recently, I've been struggling with a lot of change. I think the past year, and I mean, probably for a lot of people with COVID and everything, there's just been a lot of changes in my life. And I'm not scared of change, but I'm also not someone that loves change, or I guess the unknown. So that's been a bit tricky. Like within the past year, I've moved from Waterloo, which is where I've been for the past like 5 years. Moved back to London, then moved to Toronto. Started a whole new job, and that's been a crazy, crazy adventure. And through all of this, just like the changes of COVID and everything that that's brought about, not being able to see friends as much. And I think that's what I'm used to relying on a lot when, there's changes going on in your life. You just kind of you fall back on seeing friends and different hobbies and stuff like that. So that's been a little tough not being able to do that. Just kind of finding new ways to cope with the change and also kind of just going like head first into it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that, yeah, that's kind of been a struggle, and I guess a lot of people would be able to relate to that with 2020.
No,
Okay. How about this? So do you think that, like, when it comes to change, and especially the big changes that you've experienced in just over like the past year, just like moving from a city that you were stationed for a while and getting into your quote unquote career type of job, right? And with more responsibilities. So how do you think that, like, one, I'll give you my idea and then you toss it back what you think the like solutions to get over this like change. But do you think like connectedness is important, and how do you feel that's something that you're missing at the moment to like help smooth the transition for changes, or what's your strategy for coping with change?
Yeah, I definitely think it's super important to, stay connected. And it helps a lot. And I'm very fortunate to have friends that I know are always there. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure that Cass mentioned this in her episode, and I loved it. I was like, this is so true. She said how you have friends who they're there and you don't have to talk all the time, but you just and I'm fortunate to have friends like that where I know that if something's wrong and I need them, or if I just want to share a happy story with them, they're there like all the time, anytime. So I never really feel like I'm alone or not connected, because I'm so fortunate to have those people in my life. And I think that the change that COVID brought about is that I'm definitely more comfortable being alone.
Okay.
Um, and like I've actually learned to really enjoy that alone me time, which
that's.
is probably something I thought I was good at before COVID,
Mhm.
but then because of COVID realized I wasn't that good at it.
Mhm. I can completely relate to that. Like going to like at whatever speed I want, like like cliche, 100 kilometers an hour or whatever. But then once like the world is like the globe just stops, it's like, man, it's just me in my head right now. It's just literally
Yeah.
me, myself, and I. Like, what do I like? What do I do? What do I
Yeah.
like with all this time? It's like you really have to like face the mirror, face music. It's like whatever you were dealing with that was like under the rug, or whatever that that was holding you down, and at the time is definitely not the same magnitude as whatever you could do. So it's like whether it was like having friends all the time that you could see, or just having that going to work, like you're taking away like that, like one thing like that commute to school for me was like a 30-minute drive, right? And then I got like another like 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, so now that's an extra hour. I'm like, okay, like I have like ample time. I need to like find something to do, find like new hobbies. That's one thing I need to do. So did you find a new hobby amongst this change, or have you been too busy for that even?
Um, I definitely have been reading more. Been reading a lot more. And trying to stay connected over, FaceTime or just phone, with my family and friends. I did definitely take that time to call some family in Colombia, which I really hadn't had much time to do before.
Mhm.
So that was really nice. But not too many hobbies, I guess. I started running a bit. Don't know if I enjoyed that.
The runner's high. I can't like. Yeah, yeah. We don't do cardio too much, but
Yeah, can relate.
No,
yeah,
that's good. I think that's a really good way to encompass COVID. Like I like that because like, it was like because change can be good, right? Like obviously
Mm,
exactly.
there's a lot of like somberness that comes with the idea of COVID, but when you're looking at it as change, and it could be like changing of the decade, like there's a lot of changes going on. Like we're getting older, like as much as
yeah.
we might not,
Just
face
look in the
that, but
mirror one day and you'll be like,
it's
damn.
it's like for real. Like Alan's got the whole grizzly bear beard looking right now. It's like, man, like where has the time gone? But at the same time, I can't think of anything cliche to say, but it's like it's nice. It's like those changes can, if you take it and mold it into something that can roll you forward into like life beyond COVID. I think that's something that can be positive.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like 2020 has been a year, but it's also just been such a year of self-growth.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wait. So what I want to say though is, yeah, like when we like look at the time of the year that we have right now, right? It's fall. Leaves are changing, or it's not fall. Sorry, it's winter, right?
It's technically fall.
It's technically fall, but there's snow,
Oh,
so it's winter.
okay. So I'm still a part of it. So basically, yeah, no, you see like change happens regularly. It's not something that we should be aware of, but sometimes like like a computer bar, like you're changing the settings, like you just go from left to right and you see the extremes that happen. And like Andrew, you have like such a huge extreme in such a short time. Even less like personally, we see like just not being able to do certain things at the certain moment. Like you can't go to a, like I guess for you can't really go to a restaurant and sit down. And obviously like over here it's a little bit different where like we just can't do certain things. Like we can't have a huge gathering or something, and changes happen all the time. And it's crazy how like we have to realize that change is a part of life, and um, we just have to work our way around it. And like Leska said, like change isn't bad. You never know what could happen, like what direction life takes you, but um, change is
Roll
good.
with the punches.
And roll to punches when Jesus can have the wheel, but you got to take the wheel too, and hopefully it's a
Harry
Tesla,
Underwood.
and
That's
hopefully it's a Tesla.
Take the wheel to Tesla.
Yeah, but she's not gonna slash your tires, right? No. Same
What?
artist, right?
Yep, same
Oh,
artist.
oh,
Same
sorry.
artist.
I'm just so out of the loop. I did not catch
Bro,
that.
no.
Oh,
Don't worry, Alan, I got that reference.
Like, there you go.
jeez.
We'll
Okay.
tag her in the video. But yeah, no.
Well,
Um,
I feel like we've taken a lot of your time already.
I love
So
talking to you guys. It's great.
I think,
so
Alan, how about we wrap this up and get this young lady either get to work or whatever she is.
yeah, the night is young for her to get all her work
Kind
done.
of
But
young.
Yeah.
yeah. So Buska, I guess on my part, just want to say, Angie, thank you for taking your time out of your day and your busy schedule to have a chat with us, catch up. It was really awesome. Thank you to all the people that like listen to us and support us as we embark on this funny journey that we're seeing big things ahead of us. But Angie, thanks again.
Thanks so
Bless
much,
you.
guys. It was
Yeah.
super awesome.
Thank you for joining us. As I feel like a lot of people are wondering like what our podcast is about, anyways, or like so many topics. But I guess it's about people and having people like you to have to great conversations with, catching up. It's always brightens the day up, and it's nice. So
Aw.
thank you for your time, and wish you the best with the last 29 days of the year, and hopefully maybe more
Crazy.
stable changes and good changes in 2021. So, and we're gonna have you back. Don't even sweat it.
Perfect. I can't wait.